folks, Joe here from Bilbys Ropes, Cords and Crafts. Today we're going to run through how to make a fishtail weave paracord bracelet. For this little project you will need to have some paracord, a buckle, a ruler or a tape measure, some sharp scissors and a lighter. Matches or candles will do. If you brought your kit from us, it will come with the paracord and the buckle and comprehensive written instructions. They're complemented with photographs all the way through. The first step, okay, so let's get into it. The first step is to find out the size of your wrist. If you don't know what it is, then I find that the simplest way is to use a piece of cord, or if you have one, a soft tape measure, and wrap it around your wrist. And I pinch it where the cords join together. Simply lay it out on the ruler and measure to where my finger is. So I know that, well, you could use a felt tip pen to mark it anyway, but anyway, once you know your size, mine's 21 centimetres, you add 1 centimetre for a tight fit or 2 centimetres for a looser fit. The extra 1 or 2 centimetres allows for the thickness of the weave on your finished bracelet. So how much cord do you need? Well, the rule of thumb for this type of weave is a 1 to 12 ratio. So for every 1 centimetres, you'll need 12 centimetres of cord. I want my bracelet to be 23 centimetres. So 23 multiplied by 12 gives me a cord length of 276 centimetres, or about 2.8 metres. Now I like to be cautious, I always allow a little bit extra cord, and so I round mine out to the 3 metres. Unravel our cord. We need to cut the cord at an angle. Alright. With your scissors, cut it so that you've got an angle across the cord. Then we need to melt it. To do this you need a naked flame. I use a gas lighter, but you could use a match or even a candle. Kids, for this step you'll need your parents or carers help, as the hot melted material will stick to your skin and give you a burn. So pinching the cord about 3 to 4 centimetres away from the cut. The trim, when you can see the white little cords in there, the nylon core cords, we use the flame and we apply it to the cut for about 5 seconds. It's generally enough. 5. And then we flatten the end of it. We do that so that it'll fit through the buckle hole easily. Okay. So now we need to separate our buckle into 2 parts. And the parts are quite different. Get them out of the plastic bag first. And these metal buckles, once you get them out, they have a little plastic tab over them to protect them. Make sure you remove that. The cords won't go through the hole. So separate your buckles in half. And you've got the female half and you've got the male part with the clip to it. Just there. It's important to note which side's the top of the buckle so that you get it into the right, put the cords through the right direction. And they can connect back up later. Right, so we need to find the ends of our cords. And the cord that I'm going to be using here today is the rainbow cord, the 2016 type. I love it, it's really bright. And the more recent years cords are a bit more pastel in colour. But anyway, it's great. We'll start off with the female buckle. And to connect the cords to that, we put them up from the bottom through the hole in the buckle and bring them all the way through, because we're going to make a lark's head knot or a cow's hitch. Both are known by the same name. Now if your cord twists here a little bit, as mine's doing, just give it a roll between your fingers and it will flatten it out. We just want it so that we've got a loop at the end there, and we'll bring the cords, find the working ends of the 2 cords, bring them down through the hole, pull them all the way through, and we'll tighten it up there. And that's a lark's head knot or a cow's hitch. Okay, we need to attach the male part of the buckle to it. And to do this, so we get everything right, we'll just make sure our cords are nice and flat. And same process, we're going on this buckle, on this bracelet, we're going to bring the working ends up through the hole in the buckle and draw them through to roughly the length we want our bracelet to be. Making sure at this point that our buckles are up the right way and our cords aren't crossed over. Okay, so we need to measure how long we want the bracelet to be, and mine's going to be 23 centimetres. I'll just bring the ruler down here a little bit. And to measure 23 centimetres for a bracelet, I'm using these buckles. We measure to this spot here on the male buckle, where the seam with the female and male buckle joins. So that's 23 centimetres, and we'll move on. So pinch your cords there, lift it up, move the ruler back out of the way. We'll lay the project down, whole bracelet set up down, with the male buckle pointing away from us and the female buckle towards us. Now in this step, we need to just lock these in so that we keep our length of our cords right. So we're going to bring the left hand cord underneath these two core cords and up through the centre of them. Just get that little twist out again, rolling it through your fingers. And we're going to put it back through underneath on itself and make a half hitch in this. Just lock it down there, pushing down on the buckle, and just pull that up so that it's nicely in there and your cord's coming out from over the side here. And we'll do the same with the right hand cord, and that is to bring it underneath the core cords and up through the middle and back through the loop that it creates on itself, the bite. And we'll do the same thing, press down on the buckle firmly just to make sure that we can draw the cords up. We'll just tighten them up there. Now I like to remeasure at this point just to make sure that I haven't moved it too far. Without fail I usually do. I'll just bring my ruler back in and yep, I've shortened it by about 1 centimetre, so we'll just lengthen that out a bit and do that. We just loosen these couple of half hitches off a bit, pull the cord through until we get to the right spot, and we're right there at 23 centimetres, so we'll just lock those off there nice and tight, pinch the cords and pull them in, work them up into the next to the buckle, holding it like that's the easiest way, and just work them up in there so they go to either side. Okay, move the ruler back out of the way so we've got a clean working space. We're going to start with the weaving. So to do this, we bring the left hand cord, I start with the left, down through the centre of the core cords and all the way through, so that sitting there like that. And then we'll bring the right hand cord down and through the centre of the core cords and bring it all the way through. Now when you first start this one, it's never really 100% tidy, but we'll tidy it up as we get a couple of more weaves in. Now because I started with the left hand side, and look, there you go, we've got them up there reasonably tight, just working them. Then we'll get, once again, we go down with the left hand cord, down through the core cords, bring it all the way through. And bring the right hand cord, which is the cord at the top here, down over that cord through the core cords and bring it all the way through. And once again we'll just tighten it up a little bit so that we've got a nice neat little weave in here. And you can see it's starting to form up. Another once again, starting with the left hand side because that's where we started from. Bring it down through the core cords and pull it all the way through. Now I like to keep my finger on these once we get to here because it's starting to tidy up a bit and you'll see it. And then we bring our right hand cord, which is the top cord here again, bring it down through the core cord, over the top of the left hand cord, down through the loop, through the core cords, and bring it all the way through. You can start to see the fishtail weave happening there now. Okay, we'll continue on with this all the way down till we've covered the core cords. So starting with the left hand cord, we bring it down through the centre, through the middle of the core cords, and pull it all the way through. And the right hand cord over the top, down through the core cords and all the way through. If you push down on the one that you're working on as you're folding it over, it holds it fairly neat into the core cords. Okay, I'll see you when we get back. And you've got it down to the core cords and we'll show you how to finish this off. Once you've got a few weaves in it, you'll find you can push it up with your thumb up towards the buckle there, and that tidies it all up nicely. And you can keep holding it like that as you bring it over, so it just makes it a little bit easier in the weaving. And we start with the left cord again, over and down, and pull it all the way through. As you can see, you can pull it a little bit tighter when you're holding it like this. And with the top cord up here, we'll again bring it down and through and out to the other side. You've got to shift your hands around a fair bit when you're making these weaves, but it turns out very nice. Okay, and a quicker way to do this, now that we're here, is flick this cord over the core cord, pinch it there, grab the cord from the bottom and pull it all the way through. And we'll do the same with the other side. And that is to the top cord, roll it over, pinch it just there and pull it through. Alright, and carry on weaving. As you get towards the end of this, welcome back. As you get towards the end of this, you'll notice that the gap in the core cords begins to close up quite tightly. One of the reasons I like to put the angle on the cord right at the very beginning, and that's so that it's a bit easier to feed it through. We try and take it down as far as we can and as close as we can to the female buckle. And you'll notice that the weave's starting to hold itself as you're doing it too. Again down through. And bring that back over. We want to finish with both cords down through the centre of the core cords. So this final one, we'll bring the right hand cord over and put it down through there. So that you have both cords now coming through the bottom. Now to finish this bracelet off, we want to trim the cords about 3 or 4 millimeters away from the bottom of the bracelet. Grab our scissors, trim them off. Now, kids, again, you're going to need parents or carers to help you with this last little bit. We need to melt these cords and give them a good melting so that they can squash down in there and lock the whole bracelet in place. And about 10 to 15 seconds, I'd say, of flame. I like to use a lighter. Get them well melted. And at the bottom of the lighter, push them in to the bottom down there, so they're nicely locked off against the bracelet. Nylon will stick to nylon when it's melted, so that's quite good. And there we have our fishtail weave bracelet. I hope you enjoyed the video, and look forward to seeing you when you come back for the next one. We've also got our cobra weave bracelet and a snake knot weave bracelet in the do-it-yourself kits. We're going to put a link to our website down in the comments below, and yeah, feel free to join us. Look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers.